Today I'm going to be teaching you a method called layer by layer for solving the Pyraminx. In this method, you get a layer of solid colour, like this, and then use one algorithm to solve the rest of the cube. This method is really good for two reasons. The first is that it's really easy to learn. There are only 5 algorithms in the entire method. The second is that you can get fast times with it. You can get down to around 5 seconds just using this method, which is very good for a method that is so easy to learn. First off, you need to know some basic information about the Pyraminx. There are 3 types of pieces on the Pyraminx: tips, centers, and edges. The tips are these pieces at the corners, so like this down here and this up here. They have 3 colours on them, and they only rotate, they don't move places in the Pyraminx. So they're really easy to do because they don't affect other pieces when they get moved. So the second type of piece is the center, and it's like here, here, and here on each side. So like, for example, here you've got this green, red, and yellow center, and they only rotate just like the tips, but when you move them, they do affect other pieces, so they affect these 3 edges. And edges are what we're going to spend most of our time solving. So they're the hardest part. They have 2 colors, and they can move around the Pyraminx and kind of rotate. So they're what we're going to be spending most of our time on. First, we are going to solve the tips. Choose a tip at the top and move it until its color is the same as the center below it. You need to do this for all 4 tips. So here I'm going to make it blue. Here I need to move the tip until it's red. And here again I need to move the tip until it's red. Now your Pyraminx should look something like this, with all the tips connected to the center below it. The next step is to get 3 centers correct. In Pyraminx, each side has a specific color that it will be when it's solved. So for example, this side will be yellow, because you can move all 3 yellow centers to it. The way you can find which color a side will be is to look at the top center and see which 3 colors it has. So here it has red, blue, and yellow. So the color it doesn't have is green. That means green will be on the bottom. So if we move the bottom to the front and turn all the pieces until they're green, like this. Just a note that for the next step, I'm going to be solving green because that's the side I've just done. So if you are doing a different color, which is totally fine, you'll just need to, whenever I say green, know that I mean the color you're doing. So now you've moved green to the bottom, you're looking for an edge piece in the top that has green on it. So for example now, the only edge I can see that has green is this one, because this has yellow and red, so it doesn't have green, and this has blue and yellow, so it doesn't have green. But this one has green, which shows it's an edge you should be focusing on. But it also has red, which shows us you should move it round to the red side, which is this side, because it has the 2 red centers on the bottom. So I move it round, so this piece, but I want to be able to see the green. If I move it round to here, it's on the red side, yes, but you can't see the green if you have red to the front. So I'm moving it around to here, where I can see the green. So now you'll have the green on the right or the left, but either way it has to go in here. So, because it's on the right now, there's 4 moves you have to do that puts in here. So you move it away, you move this side up, move it back, and then this side down. And now you've got 1 edge piece in the bottom that's correct. Alternatively, you might have it on the left. So for this case, you move it away to the left, move this side up, you move it back, and you move it down. And again, it's in the right place. You might have found at the start of this step, or will find eventually after putting in a few edges, that no edge in the top has green, but the green side isn't completed. This can happen for 2 reasons. and the first is a piece in the right place that's flipped. So to combat this, you put it to your front and do either the right or the left algorithm that you just learnt. So left, up, back, down. That was the left algorithm. And now it's in the top. So it's already in the right place. It's on the blue side. So I can put it in, right, up, back, down. And now it's in the right place. Another reason there could be no green edges in the top, but the green layer not fully solved, is that the green pieces are on the green side, but they're not in the right place. So the same basic rules apply. You take this piece out, which is wrong, by using a right or left algorithm. I'll use right. And then you put it back in the right place. So this blue and green edge here, I'm going to move it round to the blue side. It's on the right. So right, up, back, down. And now it's in the right place. And then, of course, this red and green piece is already in the right place. So I just have to do right, up, back, down. And then the layer is solved. So I'll do one last example slowly. So I'm doing green, and I'm looking for a green edge in the top. So in this case, I see this one, which has green and blue. So I'm moving it around to the blue side, but so I can see the green. So it's on the left, so I do the left algorithm of left, up, back, down. So once you've put in all three edges, you should have something that looks like this, with one side completed, with the colours around it all completed. So you only have this top bit to complete. The first thing you want to do, once you've completed the first layer, is connect up the top centre to the bottom two centres. So now you only have these three edges to complete. You'll either have one of 6 cases. The first is that you got a last layer skip, and the Pyraminx is completely solved. The other 5 require algorithms that you'll have to learn. Now, just a note that when I'm showing the 5 algorithms, there's going to be letters like this on the screen. This is called Pyraminx notation, and it shows you what moves to do if you can read it. If you can't though, don't worry, you don't have to know it. This is the first case, where there is one piece fully correct, and 2 pieces that need to be flipped, but are already in the right place. So with this edge, it's in the right place, but the green needs to go here, and the blue needs to go here, so it needs to be flipped. So you hold it with the 2 pieces that need to be flipped to your front, and you complete these moves. So you move this side down, then this side down, this side up, then this side up, and then you go across, up, across, down. The next 2 cases are very similar. They both have no piece fully correct, and 2 edges with the same colour on each side. You can hold it any way you like, so I can hold it on any side. And you look at the front colour, which in this case is red, and the red edges are to the right. So in this case you do the right algorithm, which is this. Right up, and then you move it to the right, right down, move to the right, right up, move it to the right, and then right down. Alternatively, you might look at the front colour and have the edges to the left. In this case you do the left algorithm, which is left up to the left, left down to the left, left up to the left, and then left down. The 4th and 5th pieces are also very similar to each other. So you'll have one piece which has no colours correct, and 2 pieces which have one colour correct. So this piece and this piece. These will create 2 bars going down either to the right or left. In this case, they go down to the right. So holding the piece that has nothing correct to the back, you need to do this algorithm. So you move this side down, across, up, across, down, and then this side back up. Alternatively, you might have the bars pointing down to the left. In this case, you need to do this algorithm, again, holding the piece with nothing correct to the back. So you need to do down, across, up, across, down, and then up. So now you've done the algorithm you have to do, your Pyraminx should be solved. I hope this video was useful for you.